and from a store, not the street. It's time to give responsible adults the freedom to make their own choices. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Get the facts at yeson3.com. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Amendment 3 could legalize recreational marijuana.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm getting ready to grow my weed. Amendment 3 is on the ballot, and oh my God, who are you?
I'm Big Weed. Actually, we wrote Amendment 3, so we're the only ones that can grow it.
So I can't grow...
Not even one plant.
So Amendment 3 is not about freedom. I vote no.
Big Weed, baby. We control everything.
Welcome back. We've been checking in on all of the areas in Southwest Florida that have been dealing with storm surge, and we know the water's been rising in downtown Fort Myers.
Yeah, we want to get another look out there with Dave Elias. We saw that water creeping into some businesses, it seems. Dave, looks like that water's still pretty high.
Yes, it is still high, and it continues to rise. And I have been talking with business owners all night who say they just didn't expect to see this again. Take a look at these high waters. You can see Bruno's of Brooklyn. We have been watching very closely. The water now up to their doors. We were told that they are just over a month away from opening their doors, so we don't know what impact this is going to have on them. Now, this is the intersection of 1st and Dean Street. If you look a little bit further down Dean Street, you'll see that stop sign. I mean, we saw people waiting there with water up to their waist. And again, that is Bay Street down there, and pretty much all of Bay Street tonight is completely underwater and has been for several hours. The mayor of Fort Myers told me that he was hoping we would start to see the waters recede sometime after midnight. That, of course, remains to be seen, but we, of course, will be keeping a very close eye on things, and we're hoping for the best for many businesses who were still trying to come back after Hurricane Ian just 2 years ago. We're live in downtown Fort Myers. Reporting, I'm Dave Elias.
Yeah, let's check in with meteorologist Rob Duns with the latest on the conditions here in Southwest Florida and how they might play out overnight as people are praying that the water starts to recede.
Well, we are seeing signs of the water levels being a touch lower on Fort Myers Beach, but I want to point out that with this live perspective here from the top floor of the Diamond Head Resorts on Fort Myers Beach, even though the water levels are substantially lower than they were during the peak of the storm surge event, the water is still moving from the Gulf of Mexico and toward the bay side of Fort Myers Beach. So if you are on the beach, please don't try to venture out overnight tonight, as there is still a lot of water that's being pushed toward the beach, even though the levels are much lower than they were earlier today. When you look at the wind direction, we still have an onshore southwest wind for parts of Fort Myers Beach, and that also goes, by the way, for the coast of Sanibel and Captiva, the western side of Pine Island, the southern side of Cape Coral, and all areas on the northern end of the Caloosahatchee River. And it looks like it will stay very gusty from time to time this evening. As you'll find here, we do expect the wind gusts to be at least below 50 miles per hour for the rest of the night, though, as they should be gusting between 15 and 30 miles per hour over the course of the next 12 hours. The tide cycles have, of course, also been a very big issue across our community. Each weathercast, I've been highlighting a specific location in the area. So for this weathercast, I wanted to put the spotlight on Marco Island. The upbound high tide time is just about right now. It's at 11:51.